Yo. Welcome to another episode of Calibria Crystal Guardian. I heard some people call it Calibria. Tomatoes, who cares, right? Are you having fun? I'm having fun. You could call it CCG, for all I care. You know what I'm saying? So, welcome to an episode of CCG, okay? For all those who don't understand or ain't pronouncing it right, or I'm not pronouncing it right. So, Calibria, either way. There's been an update. We're going to go and see what it is. Actually, the update wasn't nothing spectacular. It tell you that they had new monster, but realistically speaking, you if you played on the American server or any other server out there, you had these monsters way before the update actually hit. Like Nocturna, I forgot her name. I had her literally like 6 days ago, and then all of a sudden it showed up on the server. Today's a new monster. I'm like, I've been have her. Is she good? I am trying. I'm gonna log into her and show you how she is. She's really an attack monster, and you just gonna when you're dealing with her, it's all attack. Don't do nothing special. Just all she focus on is just attack. Whereas most monsters, 5 stars, do a lot of specialty. She has no specialty. She's just attacking. She's gonna mark somebody and attack, or she's just going to attack. That's the one that I do have and I've been playing around with. So odds and ends, things that I've been doing while I've been gone for so long is I've been trying to level up monsters. So let's see what I have so far. As far as not monsters but heroes. So Mr. Popo is now max. My enchantress is my spiritual animal. Everybody has their own. You have some that use different animal and they swear heroes and they swear by that hero. I like enchantress. It was my first 5 star that I pulled playing this game, and I know a lot of people do not rate her as high, but she's phenomenal to me. So I use her as my farming monster. So she's and it's so funny because I pulled her again on my I pulled her first on my American account and stopped playing American account for a while until the service for global started acting up, and I went back to the American account and realized that I had some really good mobs. I'm going to jump on over to the American account after this. And my enchantress on there, even though she has somewhat similar stats, she's not as good as the one on global. Can't figure it out. Like the one on global was able to solo hell even before she became a level 40. The one on American Service, a level 36, can't solo a wet bag. So it's just, I guess, different servers have different ways where the monsters act certain different. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but I try to build it the same similar way on both servers, and it's just not working out for me. So on that one, I'm using Angel of Death. Once again, we're going to check out that in a little bit. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to level, and level on this game is hard. I mean, it's really hard. Like I could spend a whole day just running Blackpool Hell over and over again, and man, I pulled Abyss Lord many days ago, and he's been on every thing that I've been doing, and he's not leveling for nothing. He is slowly going, but it is what it is. I actually kind of like that about the game. And one moment, I was like, I wish the leveling was a little bit faster. But then I realized that you know what, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I see a lot of people are frustrated, saying the dungeons are hard, and look, the dungeons are perfect. What's hard is people get into the game and they try to rush it in 4 days thinking they could conquer the world. Nobody's taking time to actually level up their rooms. Nobody's taking the time to build a well suited team. And I understand that the name of the game is to try to rush to floor 10, but how effective or how efficient are you with that strategy? So I'm taking my time. As you can see, I have gotten up to floor. I have not completed floor 10. I honestly want to build a team that is fast enough to be floor 10. So I'm working in floor 8 right now constantly. I mean, no matter my team is built right now that no matter what I throw in here, I am going to beat level floor 8 without dying. I have no issues with that whatsoever. What I'm using is Enchantress Speed 24 skill because the goal for me is to be effective as possible. Monsters are interchangeable. I use Mr. Popo, and I'm trying to use this Vertihill clone, the Demonic Swordsman. I like his skill set. I like the fact that once he crit, as you can see, I gave him a crit of 87. Not quite 100 yet. Still got to work on that. I'm sure if I max out the slot 4 room, which is a crit rate room, I should be able to get there. But kind of lacking speed on him too, but I don't really want him to go that fast because I want him to boost the team up. So I'm okay with that. Just showing you the runes I have on these. This is my Enchantress. She's the only one that really have 15 slot runes on her. Her attack is nice. Her speed is nicer. Um, for the stage I'm doing, of course, I'm gonna try to get her fast, a lot more than what it is right now. So I don't know. I really like her. So that's her. Mr. Popo is rocking a very great, for a defensive monster. I'm proud of myself on my defense build because you see when we do the run that Mr. Popo handles his own when it comes to that defense. So he has great defense, which he does with attack. His attack is decent. His runes are not. His hit is at 44, which I see. I'm trying to get it one step higher, but I see that his hit is actually doing real good on the boss. So I love it. And he, no matter what, he's able to survive. If the boss wipes out everybody, Mr. Popo will survive, and Mr. Popo will kill the boss. Of course, you got your healer. Nothing special about him. I just gave him some speed and some tank. Yay. Once again, nothing special. His hit is also high because his first skill does take off that attack that he has. And here's my Abyss Lord. So as you can see, I've been going with a very defense-oriented team. And the reason why I go with a defense-oriented team is because I'm doing the continuous damage. So Mr. Popo do continuous damage, the Abyss Lord do continuous damage, and Enchantress actually hit very hard. Now, what I was trying to do is take out Demonic, and I could put anything in here, but this is who I want the most. I want this guy, which is the Ripper. He's an LD unit, so if you don't have it, I can't tell you what to do. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there that let you know how you can do these things with 3-star monsters and farmable team. I'm not that channel. I'm going to show you how to use the monsters I have. Because at the end of the day, if you pull 4 stars and 5 stars, showing you a video on using 3 stars, you probably look at me like I'm crazy. So let's use what we have, right? So not going to change the skill right here. That's the beauty of this. You can change the skill when you're out there. So this is what I'm rocking with him. Attack the enemy with a handsaw. He does bleed. He has a chance of doing bleed. Once again, skill 2, attack twice. Each attack is 260 of attack and damage. 50% chance to cause the target to bleed for 1 turn. So that's another bleed. And imbued with 30% drain effect, and he can heal himself. His third skill, the sight of blood excite. Let me get this straight. The sight of blood excite Ripper. When attacked, 70% chance to ignore defense based on the number of bleed on the target. Ignore 35% of defense for each bleed effect. So I use that skill because Mr. Popo does bleed. The Ripper does bleed. So his runes are not the greatest. You can see I have them level. We got some very light blue runes. and we got some reds and we got some purple. So his runes are not up to snuff because I am just trying him out. His attack is not the greatest, you know. I was thinking about putting the Enchantress rune on him, putting the Enchantress in, putting him in, and then putting either the Harpy or Windwalker in the place or Demonic Knight in there so they can have more turns to attack the boss. But I did that and I found out my runs were 2 minutes. With this right here, with this right here, we're running about, I forgot with the Ripper. With the previous team, we're doing about a minute 30, and I'm trying to get it down to under a minute. I think once I get it down to under a minute for floor 8, I have a great team to do floor 10. So I'm practicing on floor 8 to do all the things that I need to do. So yeah. So for Enchantress do a very good job with the speed lead. So everybody is just fast. My whole goal is to speed because a 4 minute team, I've seen so many 4 minute teams, floor 10, and I'm sitting here like, no, I mean, it's great, it's cool, but man, you have enough time. If you're doing a 5 times run, that will give you your life back because you can literally, the average person probably live like 20 minutes from their job. So you could start the run, drive to work, and by the time you go there, you still have one more run to go. Those who not doing it, you could start the run, go turn on the stove, make breakfast, watch an episode of Rick and Morty, and your run should be finished by the time it's all over. I mean, I'm glad that you don't have to babysit it. I came from that life. I'm glad I don't have to babysit it. But man, a 5 minute run on one dungeon, how effective is that? So my goal is to try to do at least a minute. And these are the teams I'm looking to go. I said before, the vampire. Only reason I'm in, he does bleed for his skill 1. Popo does bleed, and the vampire could heal himself. You know, for some reason, this plays a lot different on the tablet than it does the phone. Don't ask me why. So the vampire dies. Well, then again, he didn't have any stats, so rest in peace, vampire. Oh, the Ripper. The Ripper. There's a vampire. This is the Ripper. Sorry, the Ripper. Jack the Ripper died. So it is what it is. As I said before, Mr. Popo is really vicious. If you don't have Mr. Popo on your team, um, I feel sorry for you. As you can see, Mr. Popo and the Abyss Lord will survive. They're a defensive monster. They ain't going nowhere. They could try as hard as he can. They're not going nowhere. The Abyss Lord will strip that. Oh well, it is what it is. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the tap. Well, once again, I'm experimenting with different monsters in this right here. Swift attack, I take it because it got the hit on it, and I got some monsters that needs that, so I could like that. Um, the Ripper does not make the team faster. What makes the team faster, I found out to make it what I need. Matter of fact, let's try him. Is he ruined? He's ruined with a nice hit, and as before, I could change out my core unit is always going to be Enchantress as the leader because I need Enchantress to make him fast. Popo and the Abyss Lord, and the Droid. the heal. I'm gonna try to run this without a healer. I'm actually using the druid more for his debuff than I am for his heal, believe it or not, because I have so much defensive unit, and that's another thing. Defense play a very big role in this game. So if you have a nice, good defensive team, do you really need a healer like that? Popo heal himself. We could. I'm gonna find me a great team that could do a good job on what I needed to do. I'm gonna switch from phone to tablet. Now, let me go ahead and download. What is this air server right now? Because for some reason my tablet is acting real slow. It's supposed to be over by now because my processor is being slow. Enchantress. Let me show you why I like Enchantress in this game. Not gonna slow her down. She's attacking now. Look how much energy she takes. Look how much HP she takes from her attack. And you see that right there? Enchantress could heal herself. Her second skill calls her to heal herself. So I'm never concerned about her dying, honestly, unless it's on the boss, see? And she just wiped out everybody. So very good Mon. When she goes first, she always apply that slow. But the druid also applied the slow too. It's just that the team is not fast enough. I took out Enchantress and the team is just not fast enough. It's a 2 minute team without her. No matter what I put in there, I could put the Ripper in there and I could put the Demonic Knight along with the Wind Harpy, not the Wind Harpy, but the Windwalker, and it's just not as fast. I put the Pharaoh in because the Pharaoh is supposed to do some kind of block. I put enough accuracy on it or hit on it for where he could do it, but he just does not do a really good job of that. So for not overly concerned with anybody dying, this is floor 8. There you go. There's that block. So therefore, I'm not worrying about. So the boss cannot do anything to me now. The block is on there. He can't get any beneficial effect, so he can't have a tap boost. We don't have an attack breaker. We have a defense breaker, but we don't have an attack breaker. So I might have to put one of those, find an attack breaker, and put that in order to. Wow, this is a lot slower. This is a lot slower. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm going to collect that. Believe it or not, it's so funny when you play other games, you don't really collect accuracy runes like that or hit runes like that. But in this game, it is very valuable. It is very valuable. So he's not good. The Ripper wasn't doing all that great. Let me show you what the Demonic Knight does. So the Ripper didn't do all that great. Pharaoh didn't do all that great. I wonder if it's Windwalker or okay. I don't think this loading has nothing to do with them. There seems to be more of an issue with my tablet. So I'm gonna switch out from tablet to phone in a second after this match. In fact, I'm gonna do the summoning, then switch out, and then show my other account. The Demonic Swordsman, with the speed lead, said before, we do get to go a lot more often. The question is with Windwalker and her speed buff, is it the same thing? It's just that I don't have the what you call it again? The balls to actually take out one of these other units in my group to find out is it more effective. I'm gonna try it one time. I might take out the Abyss Lord and put in the demonic with the Windwalker. But with Popo doing what he's supposed to, I just like the burn though, the burn and the debuff. If I take out the Abyss Lord, I'm only dealing with one debuff. So he's slow. It's time for him to go into Bleed City. First, burn. Not worrying about debuff. Nope. We're supposed to go ahead of him. See, we're supposed to go ahead of him. There we go. We're supposed to go ahead of him with the demonic. That's cool. We are taking up. There we go. Energy up. So for those who play Summoner's War, he's the Vertiheel. I just need to skill him up. But I'm taking my time to skill up my 5-star first. Enchantress is skilled up completely. Mr. Popo is one away from being full. And I'm gonna do the. It's not bad. I mean, I don't lose whatsoever in BA anymore, so I would never have that issue. It's the timing that I'm trying to go to, because once I get the timing down right, then I will be legitimately good to go. Yeah, it's this laptop, this tablet, making my time not working what it was. I keep all 5-star runes until I'm done. So let's do some summons real quick. Cancel. Let's do some summons real quick because I did do the growth plan. I did do the growth plan, and we got some summons before we switch out. So let's see what we have. We got 40 Mystics and 5 LD. I'm not even looking for nothing. I'm actually looking for dupe. I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos and everybody is like, oh no, a dupe. Oh, I already got this now. Look, man, I'm looking for a dupe like crazy. I don't care for no new Nat 5 because I can't. Let me show you something. Let me show you something before we do it. I ain't trying to stall, but that's a Nat 5. That's a Nat 5. That's a Nat 5. That's a Nat 5. You see what level he is? He is level 1. I can't even work on him yet. I honestly need no more Nat 5. The only reason why I want a Nat 5, honestly, let me tell you the reason why I want a Nat 5. A new Nat 5. I'm not even doing Necromancer. The only reason I want a Nat 5 is because I am 3 away here from getting this dude, and I don't even like him that much. I'd rather this one right here. Zeus, no, Asura is what I want. I want Asura. I'm 4 away from getting Asura. That's what I want. Out of all these archive rewards, that's the one I want the most. But I'm 3 away from getting Zeus. So therefore, if I get him, I get him. The demonic princess is very nice, so I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I wouldn't want her. The angel of death, I have it on the other account. I'm not that impressed. And what is this right here? Medusa. I heard she's great. So I'm not looking for Nav 5s to be honest with you. I need dupes. And the reason why I need dupes is I need to ascend my current pool of Nav 5. So wish me luck on dupes. I know that's hard to understand, but wish me luck on dupes. I'll take them. I need to skill up. And I'm actually going to be building the so-called Lucian of the camp. I will be building the crap out of this one. So I'm happy with these two right here. Next. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, I almost looked like a nine five for a second. I think I'm almost two away from getting that achievement of summoning 100 without getting a nat 5. That's definitely no nat 5. Once again, not even concerned. Last one. And the vampire. Eh. So as you can see, no nat 5, and I'm happy because did I get the achievement that says nope? I didn't get the achievement that says I summoned a whole bunch of scrolls and didn't get a nat 5. Failed to summon, failed 100 times in a row to summon a nat 5. I'm only at 50. I got 49 more summons to do in order for me to get my quest. So I don't care for nat 5s. I have too many as it is. I know that's something that you probably never heard of before. Like, oh, get them because you can always build them later. I don't care. Whatever this is, whatever. Look like they're cult girls, don't it? Like their crazy sister, like even the cult girls was like, you know what? You're too crazy for us. You got a ripper? Nope. Actually never had this one before. I heard all the LDs are actually pretty nice though. My bag is full. Are you serious? What's the YouTube thing? Pause the video, put everything in storage, and come right back. You're not being used no time soon. You're not being used no time soon. We need to keep, as you can see, I do have an extra druid. I'm keeping him for being sanctified. So once I get my druid up to max level, I have a druid on board to sanctify. In fact, I'm gonna do this. No, I'm not gonna do that. Let's on this last LD. Three more. Shoot. All right, time for me to get lightning. I'm gonna get lightning. I know I am. You know why? Because every game, when you're looking for something, you never get it. When you're not looking for it, that's when you get it. I'm building her. I don't know what she does. I don't care what she does. I'm building her. And last one, let's see. No lightning. But if I ever decide to fuse the necromancer, I finally I was actually short. Look at this, my hero chip. I was actually short two pieces of heroes chip for the voodoo walker. Now I'm not no more, so yay me. And tips and tricks for future people. I understand that you want to summon and get all these summons, and people are buying summons left and right. I don't know what you do with your crystals. Whatever you do with your crystals, have fun doing it with your crystals because it is your crystals. I, on the other hand, do something very unique with mines. This is what I do with mines. She is an assist. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I like attack. I'm a attack type dude. I'm a cleave type guy. I like to cleave. And this guy says he's attack. He's very powerful. But this is what I do with my crystals. I go in the shop. I thought I was one of those guys that was having issues with the shop. Guess not. This tablet is just so slow. And I do this right here. Why? Because I'm too lazy to go farm it for myself. That's the truth. So instead of summoning, I buy enhanced marks. I mean evolve marks, and I evolve. And then I figure out later on that I shouldn't have evolved him. Summon a fire to attack an enemy. Oh, I could do another attack. Chance to freeze. Chance to freeze. Yeah, he was decent when I read it the first time. All right, so let's hold on, pause for a second, and go back to the. We'll go back into the other account. And transition effect that didn't happen. Pretend it did. Gay. American. This is America. Once I get a text message that ruined the whole video. Watch. Collect. I'm telling you, man, this growth plan right here is. Whew, I spent instead of leveling, I spent the whole time trying to get these 2 stars to 1. This is my no summons, whatever. Don't care. See, this is a lot faster. Apparently, I got something that I didn't know. Oh, so here's is my matter of fact, let's go back because I'll be on my phone. I tend to turn the volume down when I'm in public places. So here's my heroes for the American account. Fallen Angel, 5 star. Enchantress, 5 star. This is the new creature I was telling you, the new hero I was telling you, Noctura, I was telling you about. But look at her skills real quick. Attack an enemy and deal 425 attack and damage. That's a lot if you actually build her as an attack monster. That's pretty good. Attack with the imbued attack is imbued with additional 30% drain effect. So good way to get yourself some heals. Her skill 2 that I chose, this is the default one, I think. I forgot which one is the default, but I chose this one right here. Attack an enemy. Yeah, I did change some of the skills. Attack an enemy 3 times. Each attack deal 160% of attack and damage, which has 30% chance to decrease target defense for 1 turn. At the end of the turn, 30% chance to use slot 1 skill against the target. They don't call it skill 1, they call it slot 1. So you know what it is. Skill 1, slot 1 don't really matter. So 30% chance the minute she attacks, I said before, she's just an attack monster. As you can see, she just attacks. Even her other skill. Attack enemy 2 times. Each attack deal 240% of attacking damage. At the end of the attack, 30% chance to use slot 1 skill and increase attack for 1 turn. So, you know what? I'm going to build. The only reason I chose the other one because of the defense break. I'm going to just switch it back to this right here because at the end of the day, it increased the attack, and she's an attack beast. Uh, passive mark, berserk. Mark 1 random enemy at the beginning of each turn. Okay, you're being way too loud. If you attack a marked target, reduce all cooldown of own skills by 1 turn and have 10% chance to act again. So once again, her thing is just attacking. Just attacking, attacking, attacking. Markers removed at the end of the turn, blah, 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 blah. I love my demonic what's his name? Destruction Idol. I love my Destruction Idol. He does make he does make for a great monster. He is a tank, and when they say he's a tank, they do mean he is a tank. He is a tank. He looked like a tank. He's built like a tank. He acts like a tank. This is the definition of a tank. I have not even put his runes on the best thing yet, and yet still he is still a tank. You don't see no red, and you only see one red in slot 6, and that's a 6-star rune. Uh, we haven't put this to 12 yet because once again, oh man, Calianite is so hard to come by. So I'm saving it to level up things, and we got some speed on him. I should put that to 12 because the skill tree he has is he deals 5% of HP. For one, he deals 5%. So the more HP he has, the more damage he does, and he's able to definitely take on the bosses. I just got this one the other day. So Ironheart is a defensive monster. So as you can see, my theme, my way of doing things now is going to be: I wish I had Popo in this account. I don't have Popo in this account because if I had Popo in this account, he will be in this rotation. It will be Ironheart defense. It will be the Druid. It will be Mr. Popo. It will be the Abyss Lord. So it will be the top three defensive monster. And then three, four, I would have had one more slot for something. I don't know what I would have went with, but right now I am building uh, Noctura. I am building Noctura. She does not have the greatest of runes, but because I have an counter set because I want her to hit real hard when it comes to it. She does hit hard though. I promise you, she does hit hard. Um, Other monsters that I have that I don't even pay attention to. I don't know what's in here. I'm also slowly building this flame spirit. These are the runes on her. And in storage, I don't have anything spectacular. I wanted to build her Lumi, but I just got sidetracked so much with her. And also I have another druid on this one in order to make sure. The dice magicians, I got a whole bunch of those. Don't really concern myself. It's not that I summon a lot on this account. It's just that I was doing the events. I got a lot of summons because this was my first account. I think this is the only one. This one I actually paid for the first growth plan. So this was my first ever account. If you remember when I first started this channel, this was the first ever account. This was my spiritual animal for this account because I like him. I'll go back to him. This is my spiritual animal, and so far I have not got back into him because I kept on getting great monsters. So this team is not as great as the team that you just saw on the global server, but they are now getting to that point. Um, I still use Enchantress. Windwalker is not part of this team. In fact, I'm gonna put Noctura in here. If she wins this battle, see, here's the kicker. This shouldn't even work. Not a level 8, I should get slaughtered. And this is where it goes into think smartly about the team that you're trying to build. Don't just get a whole bunch of 5 stars, throw them in the picture, and thinking that's going to automatically solve your problems. There's no cohesion right here in this team. It's just attack, 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 attack. And this is where I don't like when people do a lot of summons because they think a lot of summons is their answer to beating the game or their answer to everything. As you can see, I just got eliminated right there. My druid. There shouldn't be no reason. So if your team is not synergized, this is what you go into. And I just want to throw this example out there that you could have some great damage dealer, but realistically speaking, you got once they hit you, where's your sustainability? Where is your ability to stay alive? The boss is going to just mop the floor with these guys. Nobody's skilled up. I think the Angel of Death is skilled up, but the runes are not there. So spend the time, spend the day, spend 2 days. Whatever dungeon you could farm, like this team could do floor 7 without dying. Not this team. I mean, I have the right monsters in place, and they could do the. Let's just end this right now. This is abysmal. They could do the right thing in place, but you have to know your team. You have to make sure that you have the right team in place because if you don't, you're just putting yourself in slaughter. And no matter how much summoning you do, you got to be effective. 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 This team is more, although they're not speed tuned, they're more put together than the last team of a bunch of Nat fives. The only problem with this team is they don't kill fast enough. And if you don't kill fast enough, this first wave is a shame. The first wave in this game is your killer, believe it or not. The second and the boss is not your problem. It is actually these waves right here. See, look, that first wave is vicious, man. That's why I haven't hit 10 yet because I could get there and I could get past it, but it makes no sense. There's only one monster survive. Everybody else saying, carry the torch, we all die. And he's like, no. So this team is going to be revamped. I just realized that I probably don't have no runes on that one harpy. I mean that on that harpy. So we're gonna end that too. But play around with the team that you have. Build your team. Take the time to build your team. I don't have the same luxury of having a bunch of 40 level monsters on this account that I did on the other one. Um, Enchantress will be leveled up to a good point. So I'm just spending the time in the day right now just to level up all the monsters over and over again. So the next 3 days, which I did have a wish for 2 3 days, but got sidetracked by other things. I'm going to pop another wish that I have in my coffer, and then just spend the rest of the time frame just making sure that all my monsters are getting to level 40. As I said before, they are at the first four is at 6 star. I will be doing the I don't know how I'm doing that. I got enough to do two, so I might do the druid and the idol. But either way, it just depends on the runes I get. So I'm just gonna be leveling up for a whole day. That account while I'm playing the global, and for the global, I'm just gonna be looking for runes. So the next time you see me, it will be with a faster team. I'm going to push it up to floor 10, and the goal is to make sure I have a team that's less than 2 minutes. Initially less than 2 minutes and then work our way down. So that's going to be the goal. And for this one, it's just going to be a simple thing of making sure the monsters are leveled up. The new monsters that they have out there is a shaman. Where's the shaman at? No. Here he is right here. I'm sure I would get him on this account. This account seems to be very lucky. But I don't have Mr. Popo, so I guess it's not that lucky. I would have rather him versus I don't know. I'm happy with what I have, and that's what I just gotta say this. I'm happy with what I have, and I'm taking the time to learn each monster because this is what I learned that's very important. I'm done with this right now. Is that you could go out here and create a great, wonderful 5-star team that have no rooms and be sitting in your storage until you start playing Aspire. And once you start doing the Aspire, you're gonna realize that there's requirements in order to climb up that will tell you that your best monsters you can't use, and then all of a sudden you're in a type of territory where you should have actually spent your time farming and building your monsters effectively because this game has a lot to offer, and just doing floor 7 or floor 10 of a dungeon is not the end all be all. That is literally you just starting the game. I promise you. The minute you're able to do floor 10 of all the stages comfortably, you're just starting the game. I promise you. The game only start at that moment of time because the outer world tries have so much going on. You're just starting the game at floor 10, and you need to do floor 10 right now under a minute and 45 seconds for you to really go out here and attack these other outer world trials. Okay, so Thanos or Thanos, you know what I'm saying? Because they were stuttering when they wrote it. Is Thanos, the Thanos? There's no A there. Thanos, uh, you gonna have to deal with that arena. You still got to deal with that. I mean, there's so much going on that you really and truly just need to get your team to do floor 10 underneath a minute and 45 seconds. If you get your floors to be all your floors, especially Leviathan, if you could get all your floors to be underneath a minute and 45 seconds, that's when you have now officially ready to start playing this game. Everything up to that point is a tutorial. So take the time, don't get frustrated, don't get mad that you're not pulling this or pulling that because the more you pull, the less you learn. The less you have, the more you learn because the monsters you have, you will learn their mechanics and you will learn how to synchronize them. And the more you can synchronize them, the faster or the better you can get into this game. So don't be greedy on the summons. I know a lot of people is pulling all kind of crazy monster. Look, I'm pulling all kind of crazy monster. And I can tell you right now, until I learn these monsters, it's not gonna help me none. There's a difference between server global versus server America. Server global, as you can see, I have a synchronized team. I have a plug and play team because I've actually was playing that account a lot more, and I actually took the time to study what I was doing on that account. This one was my side account. I wasn't giving it the attention it needed, so I have no idea what my monsters were doing. I had no idea the rooms I had, and then when I finally decided to give it attention, I didn't have the room quality that I need to actually progress. So yes, I have better monsters on this one versus my global, but my global is way ahead than this one because it is synergized. So synergize your team. And y'all say, yo, enjoy yourself.